Greg Ehrenberg from OddsShopper. I'm back, guys, and it is time to break down some MLB bets. Sorry I was gone for the last week. I was taking care of a personal issue, and football season was about to start, so I had to return to work. That's the way things work in the betting industry, where it's, hey, you need time off work. As long as you're back for week one of the football season, then it's okay. So we're back here. I did some football videos earlier, now breaking down the baseball slate like I normally do. So do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and as per usual, leave a comment below and the usual stuff, except there is a little bit of a difference now. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to handle giveaways because we have a different betting package now. I actually do have my own betting page now in our Discord channel. And if you guys want free access to it, you could sign up using the promo code GE Insider. That'll get you 1 week of it for free. So before I was giving away week free subscriptions to our premium betting Discord, but now just anybody can get it when you sign up. So I still want to figure out some other way to do giveaways. Just haven't quite figured out how that's going to work yet. And then, of course, me being away for a few days, that also kind of put a little bit of a hamper in terms of me planning how to do this going forward. But if you want access to that betting package, you could sign up using the promo code GE Insider. But still, do the usual thing. Leave a comment below with your favorite bets of the day. I'll be responding to them and reading all that stuff. But it's been too long. I've been gone. We want MLB bets. These are the best bets for MLB slate on Saturday. For the first bet of the day, I'm looking at under 4.5 strikeouts for Adrian Martinez, who is just not a pitcher that I rate all that highly. If you look at Martinez's numbers this year, he's a 4.37 ERA, a 4.8 FIP, so not terrible numbers, but certainly not good either. But the other thing also when it comes to the strikeouts, which is what we primarily care about here, they just haven't been aplenty for him. He has had 5 or more strikeouts in 3 out of his 7 starts this season. So small sample size, but we have seen the under win 4 out of his 7 starts that he's made this year. And there just isn't a whole lot of reason for me to think this is going to be a better pitcher moving forward. 25 years old, hasn't gotten a chance to pitch at the big league level until this year. And it's not because he was some great pitcher in the minor leagues or anything. It's because he was an unranked prospect. And this year in the minor leagues, this also is why it's a little curious to me that he even ended up getting called up to the big leagues. In AAA this year for the Oakland A's, Nick Martinez, 18 starts this year, 5.72 ERA, 6.41 FIP. This is not a good pitcher. And in terms of strikeout stuff, I mentioned before that he hasn't been striking out a whole bunch of guys at the big league level. Yeah, only a 19.6% K rate. And actually, if you look at future projections, Zips, Steamer, they're projecting to be lower than that moving forward. Right around the 18% mark, actually, is more in line with where they have him. So as is, this is not a good strikeout pitcher. He's had results that have been okay at the big leagues, but his minor league results, like I said, really, really terrible when he was in the minor league. So I think there is a chance that he could end up really getting his ass kicked moving forward in some big league starts. The matchup against the Chicago White Sox, it's been a team that I haven't necessarily loved being on the side of this season just because they have been pretty underwhelming as a team. They're just always beat up, always players injured and missing from the lineup. But at least for now, Adrian Martinez, I don't think he's a big league caliber pitcher. I want to fade him. So under 4.5 strikeouts for Adrian Martinez. And it is a bet that our numbers line up with. We have Martinez projected for 3.4 strikeouts today, with the under projected to win 73% of the time. So my first bet coming back from my little layoff, under 4.5 K is Adrian Martinez. While I was gone for a few days here, guys, I have come back bearing gifts for you. BetMGM, they have a new offer available, and it's only for this weekend. This is going to expire after Sunday. It is a Week 1 NFL promo. If you are new signing up for BetMGM, they're going to give you $200 for free. Here's all you have to do. Click on the link below, either in the description box or the pinned comment, wherever you find it easiest. It's available there in both. And then when you place a $10 bet this weekend, BetMGM is going to give you $200 for free. That's it. The only caveat is that this is only available for Week 1 of the NFL season, so it expires at the end of Sunday. But if you're interested in $200 free dollars, which I think you are, all you have to do is just click on that link below. This is the best way to start off your NFL season. You turn $10 into 200 with no risk to you. So go sign up now before the end of the weekend. For my next bet, it is time to fade one of my favorite players to fade in baseball, Madison Bumgarner. He's been terrible this year. 4.83 ERA, 5.61 expected ERA, and he's pitching in Coors Field today, which we always know is a disaster for pitchers. And we've got Madison Bumgarner sitting here with an over-under of 4.5 strikeouts, and we only have him projected for 3.4. So give me the under on Madison Bumgarner's strikeouts, and I'm going to dig into this a little bit more right here. But you guys know as is. Madison Bumgarner, I'm taking the unders on his strikeouts more often than not as is. Now we're putting him in Coors Field, and they haven't really adjusted that strikeout prop much. He has a 16.4% K rate this year, just nowhere near the pitcher that he was in previous seasons. And now he's at altitude in Coors Field. So the Rockies offense this year, it's been no good. But at least at home, it's Coors Field. Anything can happen when the teams are playing at altitude. And then also, Colorado, they have been much better against left-handed pitching than right-handed pitching this year. We saw the game yesterday. Of course, there was something like 1 billion runs scored. It was a number that it was way too high for me to count. I needed a calculator and all that. Wasn't going to do all that. I did know for DFS, though, anybody who stacked that game ended up near the top of tournaments. But let's look at some of these strikeout marks for Madison Bumgarner this year. And his last few starts, 4 strikeouts, 2 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts. So he has had less than 5 strikeouts in 3 consecutive starts. And then overall for the season, he has only had 9 starts where he's had 5 or more strikeouts out of 27. So as is, it's been uphill sledding for Madison Bumgarner to rack up these big strikeout numbers. And big is relative. I mean, relative to his over-under 4.5 strikeouts. And now he's in Coors Field. It's just hard to like this spot for Madison Bumgarner. So I'm looking to fade him yet again. Under 4.5 strikeouts, Madison Bumgarner. For my final bet on Saturday, I'm looking at a little buy low here on Matt Manning. His over-under for strikeouts is 3.5, and it's plus 115 odds on the over. So there's been a couple of times that I've mentioned Matt Manning over the last couple of months, and he's a pitcher who I really do think has made improvements this season, where this is a pitcher who was formerly a top pitching prospect in baseball and really struggled when he first got called up to the big league. So I'll read off some of his numbers from last season, where, to be frank, they were terrible. 5.8 ERA, 5.44 expected ERA. The strikeouts weren't there for Matt Manning. He was just not big league ready. So this year, he starts off in the minor leagues. Reasonable considering all the struggles he had when he got called up last year. And he pitched really well. 2.66 ERA, 2.86 FIP. But then the other thing, too, that really stood out to me about Matt Manning's minor league performances, 26.4% K rate. So he was really generating a lot of swing and misses. They called him up this year. He struggled a little bit in the early going, but then we really saw Matt Manning start to put it together in August. He had a start against the Tampa Bay Rays where he pitched 7 innings with 7 strikeouts and no runs allowed. Then the White Sox, 5 innings, 5 strikeouts. The Angels, 7 innings, 6 strikeouts. And then a great start against the Giants, probably the best of his career. 6 shutout innings with 8 strikeouts and no walks in that start. So it looked like Matt Manning had really turned a corner and was starting to put it together. And then what happens? He gets lit up by the Seattle Mariners, and then he had a start after that against the Kansas City Royals where he had 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, really struggled with his command in that start. So a couple of mediocre starts in a row seems to have totally erased the other progression that we've seen out of Matt Manning, where he had 4 starts in a row with 5 or more strikeouts and in some tough matchups. Giants, White Sox, Rays, although White Sox, not as much. And then the Angels, also a team where, we know about their struggles from a strikeout perspective, but still, he dominated the Giants. He dominated the Rays, and those are 2 fairly difficult matchups. And now we're seeing Matt Manning all the way back down to an over-under of 3.5 strikeouts with plus money on the over. And the plus money is what really comes in huge for me here, because if you look at our projections, it's not like we have this as being a bet that's going to win 70% of the time or anything like that. 58% of the time, so more often than not, but that's also paired with being a plus money bet, so that's what it has it coming out with a 24% expected ROI. So I do think Matt Manning is a pitcher who, despite a couple of rocky starts in a row, has made progressions this year. He has made strides to become a quality big league pitcher, and I'm willing to bet on him just because of the prospect acumen and some of the starts we saw from him in August. So final bet of the day, over 3.5 strikeouts for Matt Manning, as long as we're getting that plus money. So to recap my MLB bets for Saturday, Adrian Martinez under 4.5 strikeouts, Madison Bumgarner under 4.5 strikeouts, and then finally Matt Manning over 3.5 Ks. Those are my favorite bets of the day. But what are you guys betting? And also let me know, how'd the last week go for you guys? Did you have any big wins? I'd like to hear about that. But let me know below in the comment section. Also like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and good luck today, everybody.